Are you tired of your funnel not converting, too expensive leads, or possibly even unqualified leads? In this video today, I am going to be showing you our $10 million call funnel that has literally been responsible for every single appointment that we have booked inside of our business. You don't have to make a VSL. You don't have a low ticket product. It takes less than 5 minutes to set up. I'm going to be walking you through exactly what this funnel looks like and how to set it up. And then at the end of the video, we're going to get you access to this exact funnel template in addition to all of the back-end marketing automations you need to then take those qualified leads, booked appointments, and turn those into customers. Guys, right now you're running ads and you're running some of the biggest shit pile funnels I have ever seen. You guys are running ads directly to a lead form on Facebook, and guess what? We all know those leads suck. They don't convert to actual booked appointments and paying customers. Or I've seen your funnels and you spend way too much time putting every fine detail into a VSL. You're lazy and you don't want to actually do the work of getting a person on the phone and walking them through a sales presentation. You want them pre-sold and ready to go right on the phone. So on one end, all of you guys are just getting all these dog shit appointments and leads coming into your business because you're using these lead forms that really don't attract qualified individuals. And then on the other end of the spectrum, you lazy motherfuckers, all of you are wanting the highest quality leads possible. So you make people jump through hoops, text you 16 times, watch a 10-minute VSL just before they get to talk to you or your team. I am going to show you the perfect best of both worlds scenario that is going to produce the lowest cost per booking that you can get, but also with a high intent and quality behind those individuals that are actually going to show up for calls ready to buy. Let's jump into this actual funnel. I am going to build this out live for you guys. And again, like I said, I'm going to get you this exact template. So this is exactly what you're going to see once you get this template and you're editing it. The way that we run our funnels, we send all of our direct traffic. People are clicking on our ads. It's a very simple image ad, and we are sending them directly to this questionnaire. And we use what's called a call funnel, but more specifically, a qualification application to, number one, make sure somebody is actually qualified for our services. But then number two, we then take them to the booking page to get them to book an appointment. So let's open up the funnel and actually look at why this funnel works. So this is our funnel. And some of you guys are probably like, this is the simplest funnel out there. You need more clout, you need more this, you need more that. And I will be honest with you guys, we have tested every single funnel. We've made long, just 16, 17 part funnels that has everything about our business. And we've had funnels that are just a lead form. And this is the best of both worlds because at the end of the day, we want to make sure somebody's qualified. We want to make sure somebody's serious, but we don't want them to have to jump through so many hoops to be able to talk to our team. So this is our funnel. Up at the top, we have our logo, and this is something that we have it automatically set up. So when you upload your logo, it'll automatically populate on your funnel. And then up here, this is optional that you can opt to have them call a phone number. And what's really cool is you could actually use one of the AI agents we give you, put that phone number inside of there. The AI agent can actually pick up, answer the questions, and then it'll automatically book an appointment for you. So we have our logo at the top, and that is something that is necessary because we do like to set the expectation that, hey, this is a company and that we are legitimate and we did take the time to at least make a logo. And then from here, we have our headline. So this is probably the most important part of the whole landing page because it is very quickly connecting your ad, which is the hook that got them to click, into telling them very quickly what we do, how we can help them. And then from there, we're saying, go ahead, book your appointment with us. So the very simple headline that we like to use is, again, our offer. And if you need help going through and making an offer, it's something that we teach inside of our university. So that's our headline. Pack your calendar with our 4-step system for online coaches and consultants. Now, obviously, I'm doing this off rip So you might have a more unique angle that you're going to throw in. Maybe you focus on referral networks. Maybe you focus on PR. You're obviously going to put that in, but you want the end result, which is pack your calendar. You want your unique angle. So for this specifically, it's our 4-step system. And then you want your niche. So online coaches and consultants. And then one little secret thing, we're going to add in our guarantees. So we're going to say guaranteed to close clients or you don't pay. And then lastly, we're going to say take our 30-second quiz below. Now, in this situation, we want to hook them in because we're going to be asking them some qualifying questions that I'll show you. We actually want to say, see if you qualify, take our 30-second quiz below, and then I'm going to add a little emoji in here, give that a little bit of space, and then that is it. Our funnel is made. This is set up and ready to go. The only thing we are going to go do is add in some questions. From there, we're actually going to be ready to launch. So let's go into our application and add in our questions. There is a main reason why we have it set up as an application and not a lead form. It is the main reason that once somebody starts to take action, we want them to take these little micro commitments. And then after they're 4 or 5 micro commitments in, the chances of them actually going in and completing the application is a lot higher. So you might see sometimes people just put a lead form right on their landing page, or they put all their questions and like fill out this long application. And we have it set up question by question because, again, like I said, it's these little micro commitments that are going to get somebody to actually get to the end of the application. Whereas if you just put your whole application, they're like, oh, this is a lot. They're asking a lot of me. I'm not going to actually go ahead and complete the application. There's also something to be said about how many questions you ask too. And for us, we like to keep our questions right around 3 to 5 with super meaningful questions. So one of the first ones I might ask specifically if I'm trying to qualify a coach is going to be something along the lines of how much money are you making every month? Because if I'm charging $3,000 a month and if somebody's making less than that or less than $10,000 a month, they're most likely not going to be able to afford my services. So first question is going to be, what's your estimated monthly revenue? And then we are going to go ahead and ask, we're going to make sure it's required. We're going to say less than $5,000, 10 to 50, and then we are going to do 50 to 250. I'll give you guys a really quick breakdown of why we want to have such a crazy jump. So first and foremost is when you actually have these crazy numbers on your application, it starts to actually set authority while somebody's going through it. Because if you have something on there where it's asking what's your monthly revenue and one of your options is $50,000 to $250,000 a month, or even you could come in here and you could say 50 to 150, you could do 150 to 250 and then 250 plus or 500 plus or a million plus. But by putting in those higher values, you're setting the authority that you know your shit. You potentially work with clients that are making that much money. And when somebody comes through, that's your ideal client. You've already set the expectation in their head that, damn, like this person works with these crazy people that are making $100,000, $200,000, $300,000 a month just because you're asking that on your application. So that is actually one of the biggest mistakes I see people asking is they actually ask questions and multiple choice and they prompt out too low of questions, because especially if you get somebody that is actually making 100, 200, 500, $1 million a month, you want to also be able to capture that person. And if your lowest option is, are you making, $1,000 to $5,000 a month, 5 to 10, 10 to 15, 15 to 20, people that are making extreme amounts of money every single month, they don't want to work with people that are less successful than them. They want to work with peers. So you want to set that either level of authority or set the bar high so that the people that are just these whale of clients feel like, okay, like I'm working with somebody that is experienced that's actually going to be able to help my business out. So that's going to be our first question. The next one I am going to ask is about how ready they are to. So let's add another question in here and let's start and say, if our goals, if our service aligns with your goals, how ready are you to move forward? I wouldn't word this exactly like that, but at the end of the day, it's how ready are they to buy? So first option is I'm just looking around. I'm ready to move forward. Let's do this. Something like that. And then say, I'm not sure. I don't know. Something like that. Have a conversation with ChatGPT and ask some different options. And what's really cool about this is if somebody's not sure, right? It usually means that they're not serious, or I'm just looking around. Usually means they're not serious. And what you could do, I talked a little bit about, why we don't like VSLs, because you're making them jump through all these hoops, but you still want to qualify. You can actually do this with these multiple choice questions, because then you can actually select if you want to qualify and disqualify based off of their answers. So we could say, if I'm just looking around, we're going to disqualify after submit. So it basically means we want to still capture their information, but after, we're going to send them a message that says, hey, thank you for taking the time to submit this application. Unfortunately, we're not a good fit. So maybe we do it for the same for this one. We want to get super, super qualified with these individuals, and we only want to work with people that are ready to move forward, that are ready to go. And then we'll also say, I want to disqualify this person after submit. So lastly, let's talk about a third question, which can start to set the stage for whatever your service might be. And for this example, I'm going to say that I run paid ads for coaches and consultants. So with this question, I'm gauging where they're currently at in regards to the service that I'm going to be providing them. Again, let's just say, hypothetically, you're a sales rep placement company, and you know that if you're placing the first rep into somebody's company, the chances of them, having success is very low, because an owner doing sales transitioning into a closer is a big leap for a lot of businesses. That might be something that you ask, like, who's currently doing the sales in your company? Is it, you yourself, the owner? I have a little team, sales manager, sales rep, whatever. And you might want to disqualify that person. All we're doing right now is we're gauging where they're currently at in their business, and again, using this as a qualifier. So for this example, I am not going to be specifically disqualifying, but what I am going to do is come back up to the monthly estimated revenue. All right, and that's it. So that is our application. We have our questions inside of here. You can see we already had their full name, phone number, and email laid out. And then the last thing that we actually want to do is we want to say on submit. So you can see we already have this going to the calendar page. And then if they are disqualified after submit, we basically want to say, thank you for taking the time to complete the survey. Unfortunately, at this time, you are not a good fit. So we have our application set up. Now let's go back to our landing page and take a look at this in real time. So now we have the funnel set up, and this is ready to go. You can start running traffic to this. People are going to go through your application. It's going to go through and take us to the booking page that we have set up. Let's just say they're not ready to move forward and they're spending that much. We're going to come through, and when we click submit, we are going to get a message that says, thank you for taking the time to complete the survey. Unfortunately, we're not a good fit at this time. And this is going to basically disqualify individuals based off of what they're putting into the survey. Now, if they actually do go ahead and they do qualify, I will show you what the landing page looks like. So we have a calendar already built out inside of here. All you have to do is add your specific person to the meeting, and then you're going to come inside of here and activate the specific calendar. And then you're already going to have a calendar page where they can then come and book an appointment with you. So this is something that, again, you can customize if you wanted to. I've seen people actually put testimonials down here, but for us, we keep it very simple, and we say, fill out an application, book an appointment, and then go through VSL's testimonials after that, because at the end of the day, we have a higher chance of closing somebody if they actually book an appointment with our team than us trying to qualify them before the call, when in reality, it just ends up increasing your cost per booking, and people are still not ready to buy and are still going to want to talk to a salesperson. So if you want the exact funnel that I just built out, in addition to all of this other stuff in terms of automations, drips, our specific pipeline, All of these drips, our funnel, all of these are the exact frameworks, scripts, messaging templates that are responsible for us taking 2 companies to 8-figure run rates and then 6 other companies to 7-figure run rates. Literal proven workflows to convert leads into booked appointments into paying customers. Definitely join up and check out Setterlun University. We have absolutely everything inside of there, our 7 and 8-figure trainings that are responsible again for all of our success, even taking one company to $1 million a month. And then inside of the community, we also have one-on-one training. We have weekly master classes that are constantly being uploaded, in addition to one-on-one communication with myself, and then everything else that we've built along the way. Definitely make sure you check out Setterlun University. The link will be in the description, and I hope to see you there.